It's Hans at happierman.com. Today's topic is big and strong. Well, in order to me, being big and strong is kind of the essence of being a man. If you think of the opposite, small and weak, well, do you want to be small and do you want to be weak? I don't know. I don't think that serves you as a man very well. Now, of course, being big and strong, it's all relative. At some point you may be big enough and strong enough, but I look around and I see that most men are kind of small and most men are mostly weak, and I just don't think that's a good thing. I just don't think that helps you. I don't think that helps your long-term happiness. I don't think that helps your health in the short run or the long run. I think you'll find that if you can go into your old age with a fair amount of strength, you might survive a little longer, and I know you will survive better. For example, my dad died when he was 73, and maybe up until 72 years old, he was doing most of the things he wanted to do, but that last year, that was a rough one on him. That was really rough. The biggest thing I noticed is he was very, very, very weak. Anything he needed to do was a monumental effort. Getting out of bed, getting off the toilet, going to the bathroom, going to the doctor's office. It was just sad, extremely, very, very sad, and I helped my mom as best I could, and and then of course he was bigger than her, and so she, has to help this guy, him around, and it was a sad, sad situation. And I think if he would have done a good share of weight training, as he got older, he might have made that last year a lot easier on himself, maybe have enjoyed it a little bit more, had been able to do a few more things for himself, not just spend it waiting to die, basically waiting to die. When you're weak, when you get old, most of your time is going to be spent waiting to die, and I just don't think that's a good thing. Now he was very active as a young man, very, very strong, big, powerful guy, but he never weight trained, and I always thought that was a mistake. So I would encourage all men of any age, especially middle-aged men or aging men, to get going and do some weight training. It will make your life a lot better, and that's what I'm about. And being big and strong, that will help you. If you're battling some major illness, a heart attack, bout of cancer, something, broken hip, all of that kind of stuff. Being strong enough to move yourself around will really, really help you. You won't be quite as much of a burden on others. You'll enjoy your life a lot more because you'll still be able to do the kinds of things you like to do, whatever those are. And really, when you get old like that and you start getting sick, the big things in life are going to be out of your reach. Which, as an aside, if you have big things to do in your life, you better pick a time period to get them done when you're still relatively young and have some energy and some power and some strength. So for me, I'm thinking like 70. the big things in life I wanna get done. I'm 55 over the next 15 years, and if after 70, I still have plenty of strength, plenty of energy, well, whatever the big things were that I enjoyed the most, I'll do them again, or I'll pick out some more, right? But I'm not going to wait until I'm 70 to start doing them, because look around. Most men in their 70s, there's not a lot there. There's not a lot there. There's not a lot of energy to do the kind of stuff that younger men do. You're probably not going to hike all day in the mountains. You're probably not going to party all night. You know what I mean? All the kind of stuff that we young men like to do. Probably not going to play on the beach all afternoon. Probably not going to go on a massive, big hunting weekend or fishing excursion. All that stuff that you need a lot of energy for, you're probably not going to do. So you want to do it by 70 anyway. So getting back to the big and strong, that doesn't mean as you get older in your 70s, 80s, and up that you can't enjoy your life. A lot of life's pleasure are in the small things, right? Going for a drive, seeing something you haven't seen before, maybe going to visit something that you really like, going out to eat, having a few drinks, going to the coffee shop. All these are just simple things that I like now, I've always liked, and I know I'll continue to like. And they don't take tons of energy, but they do take some energy, right? You got to be able to have enough pep to get in the car and drive for a few hours, for example. You got to have enough strength to carry in your backpack full of your computer and your written material into the coffee shop, right? You got to be able to not have to go to the bathroom every 10 minutes, right? There's all kinds of these little things that old men go through that you want to think about as a method to motivate yourself to get big and strong, and to stay big and strong. For a young man, I don't know what would be more crucial than to be big and strong as a young man. Your life goes fantastically upward if you're bigger and stronger. You're going to be, let's say, in relation to other men, you're going to look a lot better. You're going to be able to, it'll help your social life, it'll help your woman life, it'll help your work life, it'll help the things you do in your spare time. Now, it's not a cure-all. If you're not athletic, getting big and strong won't make you more athletic, right? Athleticism is kind of a born-in thing. But let's say you are athletic, the bigger and stronger you get as an athlete, oh man, your athletic skills will just be, you'll be stronger than everybody, plus you'll be this great athlete. So, but if you're not an athlete, don't expect weight training to make you an athlete. That's not really what I'm talking about. But the other part about being big and strong is people will leave you alone. They won't bother you if there's 10 people there to try to rob, and you're the biggest guy there. You're not going to be the one they rob, even if you're wearing a Rolex and got a big thick wallet full of hundreds. They're not going to try to rob you. They're going to pick the person who seems like they're easy pickings, right? A smaller, weaker man. Unless the smaller, weaker man has a gun, which is a different story. Wouldn't hurt a bigger, stronger guy to carry a gun too, but it's not what I'm really talking about. You get what I mean about bigger, stronger men aren't as likely to be victims of crime as smaller, weaker men or smaller, weaker people in general. The other thing about being big and strong is, let's say somebody does make the mistake of trying to do something with you. Well, when you're bigger and stronger, your body is bigger and you can absorb a lot more punishment. I don't know if you've ever seen that video of Arnold Schwarzenegger getting kicked in the back. Now, Arnold was in his mid-60s or late 60s when this happened. He's giving some kind of a talk or something, and some punk comes up and jumps and kicks him in the back with both feet, kind of lays out. So let's say you got 150, 180 pound projectile launched at you, another man with both feet at a running start, and he barrels into your back with both feet. If you're big and strong, that doesn't kill you, that doesn't break your bone, your back, that doesn't knock you down and break, and in the falling you break your arm, right? Arnold just kind of got pushed a few feet forward and he just absorbed it, which I think is the one of the main benefits of being big, is you can absorb that kind of a blow. Now, of course, if Arnold had his own bodyguard and there's a lot of people around, so he didn't retaliate. But let's say this happens to you at night and you're worried that this guy's going to get up and try to knife you. Well, after he's down on the ground, you can take care of him because you're a bigger, stronger guy. You can handle yourself, which is a huge benefit. So give those big and strong ideas some thought. I would encourage you to get to the weight room. Now, you might want to get like a good book like Starting Strength. That's kind of a better model, a doable model for strength training. Or check out Mr. America Heart's YouTube channel. Those are better models, because if you're a lot of the models on weight training are very, very volume intensive, meaning a lot of sets, a lot of reps, a lot of days a week, not much rest. That kind of stuff, that's probably going to be too much for you if you didn't start weight training when you're early and late. The best time to start weight training is when you're about 15 or 14, and the second best time is now. But you want to not get hurt. So anyway, give those ideas some thought. All for now.